Hello, my name is Alaine Haubert, and I have been asked to say a few words about Barbara Crockett. At the moment, I am in Mexico mentoring some students who are training in the Zina Romet floor bar technique. A mentor, such as Zina Romet or Barbara Crockett, is a person who is very focused on assisting students, guiding them, encouraging them, and always a strong influence in their lives. I feel that both Zina Romet and Barbara were that in my life, and I'd like to talk a little bit about Barbara. I first met Barbara when I had just graduated from high school, and she was dancing with a company called Pacific Ballet in San Francisco. I was asked to join the group, and being the youngest, I looked up to her very much. She was the ballerina of the group, and her partner was Alaine Haubert, who had danced with the Ballet Russe. I learned a lot in those days, rehearsing and performing and touring. We toured in a station wagon, and I got to know Barbara a little bit. I had certainly heard of her and knew of her work with San Francisco Ballet, of course. And eventually, after her encouragement, I went to New York. I danced with ABT. I danced with the Joffrey Ballet, became a principal dancer there. Later, I went back to ABT as ballet mistress and a coach, a director of the summer intensives, and also I was asked to become part of the national training curriculum. By then, I had been teaching for many years. Barbara was a big influence on my teaching. So I didn't see her very often over the years that I was in New York, but I did come back to California. My parents lived in the Sacramento area, so I often would have lunch or meet with Barbara when I was home visiting my parents, just to catch up and discuss what was going on. She was always so supportive, and I really do think she was proud of me. So there was a time when my parents were getting older that I decided to come back and live with them and care for them. And I was asked by Barbara and her daughter and son-in-law, and Allison and Don, to come and do some teaching at their school. So I gladly did that, and it was so much fun because Barbara would be in one room teaching and I'd be in another room teaching, and after she finished, she'd come and observe my class, which thrilled me. So I think that it's important for those of us as we continue along in our professional path to continue to encourage our students, do what we can to answer their questions or give them counsel. And that's what Barbara always did. I liked her very much, and eventually we became friends, and we spent a lot of time, my parents and Barbara and Barbara's family. We actually celebrated Thanksgivings, Easters. We went to each other's homes. So it was a long, wonderful time from the time I was about 16 to now. So love you, Barbara. Thank you, everybody.